Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Millennia. So in today's episode we'll be continuing our war against Persia. One thing I did notice is that many of our armies do not have leaders, and therefore we're not getting the advantage from the tactics bonus that we could be getting, or even worse, our enemies could be getting that tactics bonus. So this is the only army that has a leader. These two do not. And so we're going to use our warfare experience to go ahead and promote somebody. As for who we should promote, probably the tank, but that's not really an option because it's the worst of all of our current units here. But yeah, you can't promote them because they're a unique unit. And therefore we have to choose somebody else, and all of these kind of have a role with the exception of this line unit here, which focuses on attacking cab units, but you don't really face very many of those, and they're usually not that big of a threat. And just overall, you know, I don't want to get rid of any of these other units here. So they're going to help us taking down walls. They're also range units, so they can attack with the ranged rules. And then, of course, we got our only range unit here. These guys are outdated, so they would become a leader 5. And so you don't want to use them anyways. The knights, you know, they're very good at attacking range units. They also have some very nice special rules that apply just to the mobile unit type. So I'd like to keep one of those. And then these guys here, while we looked at this, I don't know, last episode or the one before that, you know, they do have much weaker stats overall. That attack of 60 when attacking any line unit is incredibly powerful. And so I kind of want to keep them, despite the fact that they have the lower defense and lower overall attack. So we're just going to keep them for focusing on doing high damage to the line units. So we're going to promote this guy instead, the musket, and that will create a leader 6. So then get that tactics bonus. And then over here we got the same situation. We've got no leader. Now in this case we have a bunch of muskets, so it makes the most sense to promote one of them. And since the tactics bonus is also determined based on the skill level, I think you should take the highest level leader that we currently have, and this will result in us getting a tactics of 9. And then the last thing I wanted to do before we end our turn is we're going to go and rush out this building for navals, this warehouse here. So that'll get us the higher production, also gets those domestic export slots. I don't know if there's anything we'll actually use that for right now. I just wanted to get done. Because remember, Naples is a little bit behind some of our other, some of our other cities, simply because they were working on ships. Since we use navals to construct ships, it makes sense to get some barracks here. Now, we are still sitting on the full improvement points. We've maxed that out. Remember, we do not have any population in any of our cities except for Gaul. I think they have one spare population. But the problem with Gaul is that they don't have anything that they can build besides getting more logs. So, I mean, you could get more production, but Gaul's production is pretty solid. See this war going on between Persia and the Aztecs? Just let them fight each other. And, you know, that'll weaken the Persians. Alright, so let's go and send these guys over here. They'll heal up a little bit, and I think we're going to send them out to sea and have them land right here. I know it's pretty risky doing that, because they could get themselves destroyed, but we're going to take the risk. So we will not be able to move this army until we destroy the Persians that are going to try and take it back, because they do not have any defenders. Well, they have the city militia there. Maybe they've been restored. Perhaps not, though. You'd expect that they would be pretty damaged, but maybe they restore them when you take the city. These stone towers are still there. The keep is dead. I think it's probably better to just wait until we get this army dealt with here first. And also, I kind of want to let these guys fight it out. So we could go out of the city and then attack them, but I'd prefer that these two fight each other. And it's not like we don't have another army that can go after their city here. So that's what we'll do. We'll send these guys over here since they can't go out of the city or go after the city in this first turn. This would be a draw, though. Yeah, it looks like the city's a little too powerful for us to take it. Because remember, if we attack and we don't win, they're going to bombard us. So these cities might be strong enough. They're going to have 2 armies to take them. This city here is pretty weak, so could go after that. But again, I think we're going to send this army over there to that by sea. So yeah, we'll just let these guys chill out here. So we're establishing a city here. So go ahead and do exactly that, and maybe you purchase a tile as soon as we have the exploration XP to get this one here, so that the Egyptians don't get it. Probably would want to get this one as well to stop them from getting it, because there's not a lot of grassland territory over here. So I think we'll be saving up all of our exploration XP for claiming territory here. And I don't think we need to leave these units here. I think we can go ahead and go back out to sea. Just one of them there, just in case there's a barbarian in the area we didn't want. Well, there's actually barbarians over here, aren't there? Could go take those out real quick. Would it be best to go by sea, since moving through these forests would be slow? Yeah, taking that out would ensure that those barbarians aren't coming after our new city here. These guys are still healing up. Let's go ahead and just tell them to not notify us again until they're done healing. And this explorer has finished up with the Sahara Desert. So we did lose an explorer in that process, but we got it done. The Tall Mountain one, that one is completed already. So just looking to see if there's any other expeditions we want to move towards before we start our exploration again. Let's go down here. I know we have a merchant coming over here. It'd be a little bit faster to have the explorer see what's in this area. Okay, there's the Amazon rainforest, which has been completed. Okay, so you gotta go through these jungle tiles here. So we'll have to wait until our next turn. So let's go and get all of the Arcana. And these guys are chilling out here while they should be set to heal. And then this ship, I guess, is going over towards here and cover this last little patch. That's where Paris is, so the Egyptians took Paris from the French at some earlier war. I think we have like 4 of these alchemists collecting Arcana now. And so yeah, it takes us a while to get them all moved around and get it all collected. I will not miss leaving this age and not having to do that anymore. Alright, so I'm not entirely sure what we got these guys doing here. I guess just exploring. Yeah, I suppose they're just exploring this area. Could come over here and like loot their stuff. But the way I look at it is this will eventually all be our stuff. And so yeah, we're not doing that. So I think we came over here to just uncover those clouds. And then at this point you could just do battles against these barbarians. Destroy their canoes. We got this unit some more experience. And yeah, this fleet's uncovering all of this area here. It's heading south. And we're setting up the new city here. So 2 cities that we're setting up right here in the beginning of today's episode. So with that done, we can go ahead and start moving these guys back. And I don't know that we'll integrate either of these. Particularly not this one. It's not a good location. We're just making sure that nobody else can settle here, and because there's really no penalty of having more vassals. With this one here, it's not as terrible, but still not great. There's not a lot of room for expansion, and you can still like spawn troops here. So like if we wanted to do the volunteers, you could spawn them here. You know, the explorer or whatever. So you can still use that as a spawning point. We did finish up our technology here. We didn't really need this. The point was simply to get through the Age of Kings, so we got to get the organized religion, so we can get one more of the social fabrics. So Rome has finished up their construction of the warehouse, getting more production. Again, I don't think there's anything that we need to ship out here. So do we want to get the public library? Yeah, I mean, exploration XP is not as useful. Let's get the knowledge. Always use more knowledge. You can see that we're no longer getting the full bonus here for education. Frankly, both education and sanitation need to be improved. But again, they don't really have spare workers. I mean, you could take the one from the poorhouse and the house. Yeah, I guess we could do that. Just try and make sure the production is as high as possible. But they're also running out of space here. Since we want to put farms around there. I don't know if we are going to put farms here, guys, because they just do not need food. If we look at it right now, yeah, they're going to be getting the 200% bonus for a very long time. And I'm only seeing like one more location for us to build that isn't in those 3. And that's this one right here. Of course, you can get more mines and stuff. But as far as like open spaces, that's it, guys. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and construct the trash heap here. And then over here, yeah, we're just gonna have to, you know, give up some of the bonus from this being a farming town. You still get the wealth, you just won't get all the food. But again, they just don't need food, nor will they need it anytime soon. So it just makes sense. Unless there's some other building here that's producing food. I think we already got rid of all the farms. We have the plantations, of course. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything to get rid of, guys. I'd like to open up a spot. So yeah, I think that's probably the best option for us. Is go ahead and start making use of this terrain here. So let's go ahead and do the school, the public school here, to produce more education. That gets us up to 192%. We still have a housing need here. How is the unrest currently? It's sitting at 14.3, you know, negative 14.3. So we could go ahead and get the whorehouse. We have the unrest space, but do we really want to get another one of those? We already have a house here and a whorehouse over here. You know, I don't know if we have any villas here. So let's go and get that. I know it doesn't produce as much housing as either as these two, but that's because we haven't gotten the improvement for it yet. But yeah, I guess that luxury on top of that. And yeah, you gotta have somewhere for rich people to live, right? I don't think we have. I think we just have the more higher density and medium density of the house. I'd like to have one of each for my capital. Yeah, we don't have it. So let's build it. Again, there are improvements to this where it gets better. Oops, my bad. We want to go into the civics. And so we're going to get that so we can get up to the 197% here. And what we'll want to do is now make sure that they did pull the pops from both those locations, which they did. And we still have another location for them to work in the public school as well. They're currently working in the villa, but we don't need any more education here. Are we working all of the sanitation locations? Just looking. Sometimes it's difficult to find things in here. I really like the way it's laid out. So here it is, the trash heap, and we have 3 pops in there. Okay, so that's the only thing that's really pulling down our need satisfaction, but I mean, we're at 197%. That's not bad at all, guys. All right, so we did make use of some of those improvement points at least. So we're not just letting them all sit there. We can also spend more money here to rush these out, the warehouse in Ravenna. And then we can get back to producing units, which I know we had started creating a new army here. Okay, so that's all we have currently. And so let's go and get some more units constructed. So we're going to get the muskets. And we'll probably want to get like 2 of these muskets. Like level 1 of them up. Yeah, let's go and get 2 of those. You know, I mean, turn them into a leader. Let's go and end our turn. Next turn, we will expand some towns of our vassals. Since again, many of our vassal cities have already reached their population caps. And so yeah, we'll do some town expansions so they can continue to grow. And those will cost 30 each, so that'll allow us to do 2. So you can see them battling out here. Exactly what we want. And then to be weakening each other. So we did get the next innovation. This is immigration. Many people have arrived along the outskirts of Rome. They are seeking a better life and wish to immigrate. All right, so this is awesome because this is more population, and that's one of our issues. And it's in all of our cities. So 1 extra population. That's fantastic. That's very helpful. No, we're going to continue the war in Persia. They're pretty concerned about the situation. So Naples has finished the construction of that barracks. Is there anything else we want to get before we start going towards some more ships? Do they need the luxury? They could use the luxury. So maybe we'll get that. Don't really care as much about the wealth. But that would improve their need satisfaction. I just want my towns to grow as quickly as possible. Let's go and rush out this building here in Kyoto. It's gonna be 950 for the museum. So that's gonna get that education and that luxury. Kind of opens up what we can get for them as well. So you could do the warehouse, so they'll have more production. We're looking to get in the alchemy school for the knowledge and the exploration XP. Maybe we're going to get that first. Well, they do have a production problem here. You know, let's go ahead and get the warehouse here. And that reminds me, I think Ravenna here was going to send goods to Kyoto. We're going to send them some production goods here. So we're currently already importing the tools for production. I don't really need to import that though. There's not really much else to import unless you wanted to improve the luxury situation. Just get some tobacco. Yeah, to improve their growth. Again, anything helps. So let's go ahead and do that because I don't really need production here. And it's kind of weird also to be trading for production while we're trading away production. So we're going to go ahead and trade 2 things of tools over to Kyoto. Because they still have, even with that, 139 production. So absolutely fantastic production here in Ravenna. And that's going to really help Kyoto. As you can see, they're already going to construct this in 1 turn quicker than they would have. And production's sitting at 73 now. That's pretty solid for where they were at. So now that we finish up that tech, we have another social fabric that we can invest in. Let's do one more point in community since we are about to go to the age of revolution. So it makes sense to get that. So do we want to go ahead and wipe that out? Yeah, sure, why not? We'll go ahead and take care of it real quick. Bring our ships over there and get it destroyed. Alright, so these guys, they're not quite fully healed. So let's just go ahead and have them wait another turn. And are we able to move these guys out now? You still got to deal with these armies over here. Maybe wait 1 more turn. We could also bring these guys over here to help deal with them, since they can't attack until after this army's ready. Yeah, you still got a lot of armies over here, but I really want the Aztecs destroyed. That's what we're kind of waiting on. So you know what? Let's not get involved at all. Let's just leave this guy here, so they don't attack us. They probably wouldn't, because that would be suicide. But we want them to attack this army here and just weaken themselves, and most importantly, wipe out the Aztecs. Their troops, I mean. So we don't have to worry about them taking any territory that is now rightfully ours, because I've declared such. So let's go over here, see if there's any cities nearby. Houston would actually be a solid location to set up this merchant. I was trying to go to another country though. But yeah, you can see that it'd be better than this location here. Certainly better than that one. So this is what we'll do. We're gonna send the merchant that's here. Can you not get across here? Maybe just because these units are blocking. And then this one is going to go into the jungle and just see what's over here. Again, looking for, a city that's not a French city. So we're not completely relying on the French when it comes to trade. Not seeing any other locations nearby here. Still waiting for those guys to heal up. And I believe this ship is done. We have explored the entire coastline, right? That's what it seems like. Whole coastline is explored. Okay. So let's just go ahead and have them probably attack barbarian units or something to get experience. Both warfare experience and experience for the unit here. So collectives. I always click that on accident. Go and collect the Arcana here. And is there any? There's a bunch over here. There's also one right there. Let's start moving over to this area, since it's 1, 2, 3, 4 in this location. And she will go back down here. Then go and explore all this area south. I'm covering the clouded area, and then this guy's just wiping out these barbarian units here. Alright, so still waiting on those guys healing up. There's a barbarian here that landed, so let's get them destroyed so they don't set up another camp. And then these guys, let's have them go over here first. And it looks like we have revealed the southern edge of the map over here. And they're just returning to this area. Mainly just keeping them here because the barbarians could land in this area and we'll need some units to destroy them if they did. And then also, once we go into the Age of Revolution, it's going to be helpful to have units kind of dotted all over the place to deal with those rebellions, those revolts. Alright, so with this tech finished up, I believe we can go ahead and move to the Age of Revolution. 5 turns. Could get these, but let's just wait. Because right now we're not getting any reductions here. Because no other AI civilizations have researched them yet. Most of the other AI civs have just gotten to the Age of Alchemy. And so they haven't gotten those techs, so we're not getting those 10% reductions. And then remember, we're almost at a 10% reduction once we move to the next age. So I think it just makes more sense to wait. All right, so we do have the engineering XP to expand some towns. So if we took a look at our vassals, you see a lot of them need expansion, including our largest, most profitable one here. This is one that I almost considered taking direct control over. But it is the largest. It already has the 2 towns. Makes sense to invest in some of these other ones that are not capable of growing any further. So Carthage, we were talking about adding a town to. They don't have one yet. Same thing with Edo, so they can't even have their towns expanded. And Yokohama as well. So that's why they're stuck at the 10. Hiroshima has a town though. So we can go ahead and invest in that one. For whatever reason that didn't work. So we expanded that, and it would make sense for this to be a lumber town. We can take a look at our new towns here. This one's fine for the farming town. They're only getting 2 bonuses here. Yeah, increasing the food in the area. You could also do the lumber town. But here, they got a farming town where they're only getting 1 bonus. It'd make far more sense to turn it into a mining town where you're going to get 2 bonuses here and you get 1 from the clay pit. And so you can get a lot of production. So I think that'd be helpful to change that over. Because I don't think your vassals will adjust these at all. Well, the reason why they even have settings here is because, of course, we just took that over. And so the AI civs will adjust it, but I don't think your vassals do. We do have 1 more town expansion, so I guess we should do it over here. And as far as which one we should do, I guess it doesn't really matter. They both have, well, I suppose this one has a few more bonuses. So yeah, let's go ahead and expand this town. And as far as what it should be, makes the most sense to have it be a coastal town. Getting us more wealth from these 2. Just as of right now, you might want to change that. Like if they build a mine here, then you'd get the production from these 2. And then it's basically the equivalent, except you're getting production over wealth, which is far more useful. So yeah, if they build a mine there, then maybe we'll change it. But as of right now, it's fine. So it's just getting them more wealth, which will generate us more wealth. Currently earning us 265 return. That's insane from one vassal. It's just going to get higher as well. It can get really high, some of the values that you get from your vassals, not just in wealth, but just everything, including XP. You can get a lot from them. Just kind of depends on the vassal, the improvements they have, their population, and your national spirits. As we've seen, we have some national spirits that grant us extra XP. Or is that our government? That might be our government. Granting us the diplomacy. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, the diplomacy and the government XP. That's from the government. So of course we'll lose those bonuses once we no longer have this government. Alright, so we're wanting to send the hero and the explorer over here. And then they'll attack. And then I suppose while we're here, we might as well attack this unit. And then he can heal while these guys heal. Alright, so let's just let these guys heal up again. We won't move them. Just move this fleet over to here. I could even wipe out these units, since we gotta wait for them to heal anyways. So they would be a little bit more difficult since I got 2 of them in that fleet. Let's just take out that one for now. And then I guess we're going over this way. Not gonna be anything over here, but might as well uncover it. And then these guys are gonna come over to here. Just leave them where they're at. Alright, so merchants out there exploring, looking for a new city to settle. Unfortunately, a lot of jungles over here, so we're moving super slow. These guys are healed up, so let's go and put them out to sea, and let's hope that I don't regret doing this. That we don't get them destroyed out there. Alright, so we can again attack with the city here. We should attack that unit. It's a little bit stronger. But I do expect that they're now going to attempt to attack us here. The Aztecs have been destroyed. So that's what we were waiting for. I have another army coming. Well, let's go ahead and move our own army into here. And attack these guys. Get them wiped out. Yeah, we'll wipe out these 3 fairly easily. Yeah, no issues there. And do we want to come out of the city to wipe them out? Or do we want to let them do another capital attack first? Might as well. The main thing that's in that I care about right now, that's in my mind, is how long it would take for us to heal those guys up. It's really all that matters. I don't know if we'll be able to get through here. It just depends on if that unit will move. I can try, because it is a different army than was there before. They got a lot of armies around Houston at the moment. Yeah, going all the way around these mountains would be a pain, so let's hope we don't have to. Alright, so let's explore. Again, it'd be much quicker if he figures out where that merchant needs to go. Alright, so the Chinese have completed all these expeditions. Again, we're in the Age of Alchemy, so at this point, the AI would generally get it done. They're a little bit slower when it comes to getting their expeditions done, but they eventually get them done. So we don't need to use this unit to attack them because we already have a unit over here that can get the job done. Still doesn't have an experience point yet, a veterancy level. So yeah, I'm just gonna get all these guys wiped out. And yeah, there'll be lots of stuff for her to collect here. But not much for her to go after. She might have to go back towards Ravenna. Just looking. There's one right there. I suppose there's a couple around Gaul. Let me just take a look at the situation here around Ravenna. We got 2 here, plus the 3rd one. Yeah, I guess it makes more sense. Oh, you know what? There's one right here. Makes more sense to go after Ravenna. So that's what we'll do. And France and China are now at war. So we've already seen that they have clearly done war before. Well, that was the Egyptians. I think France is like lodged in between these two. Yeah, I don't know if they had fought China yet. They don't really border each other technically. There's all this jungle and forest in between them. But yeah, they already lost Paris, and frankly, France is looking pretty weak. So that's another reason why I'm hesitant to be trading with them. Their time is doesn't seem like they're going to last forever. So for the Age of Revolution, it's going to be 4 more turns. We can go and rush out this culture, which, yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't want to do that. Let's go ahead and do exactly that, and then use it to get another town. We can still do towns in Naples, which we're waiting for to get this territory here. Could also do a town in our new location to expand the borders quicker. So you could have them expand towards this way. It's not a great location for the adjacency bonuses, but it doesn't really matter when it comes to this town. I think we will do that just because the time to get this expanded is limited. So yeah, let's go and create a town for them. Just piss off the Egyptians a bit more. Why not? And we're gonna grab, I think we're gonna grab this one because this will be gotten from the town. So let's go and get that. Might also lead us to getting this forest tile here, which I'm sure they could really use that. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to spawn a unit over here to deal with the revolt that will likely happen. Those rebels can certainly pose a challenge for the cities, but more than anything, it's for their towns that you gotta worry about. So let them finish the public library here in Gaul. Let's see, alchemy school, that probably would be worth getting. They're rushing out. Yeah, so we can get that extra knowledge and exploration XP. So we'll get that, and then probably the warehouse next. Well, it's pretty good on most of their needs. It's just the luxury. It's a little bit lower here. We can also go ahead and upgrade that. I suppose nobody else has the fishing boats because we're using the utility ships instead. So we could go ahead and spawn another merchant. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. We could also trade with Egypt up here. Though we can't really see any high population locations at the moment. Yeah, so it probably makes the most sense to spawn them here. Got a good location there. But again, I am hesitant to be trading with mostly France. We can always move them around though. So let's go and start moving towards their locations here. And I think we're good to go. Can move this guy over to our army here. And if Ravenna starts having any issues with unrest, we still have not upgraded both of these units here just yet. Might want to upgrade them just for the upcoming rebellions. Yeah, that'd probably be wise if we have the spare military experience to just upgrade any of our town defenders. It looks like all the rest of them are upgraded. As for the arts experience, we could rush out the artist. I was waiting to get the community. We're now at level 4 though. Kind of want to get to level 5, so unrest reduction would be -25. We do earn this really, really slow. It has sped up though, as we focus on that. You know what, yeah, let's go and let it go up one more. Just one more time, guys. So we can get a bit more unrest reduction. Just ensure none of our locations have any unrest issues. And frankly, because unrest reduction is so good in many places, what we could do is maybe even get rid of some of those units once we get out of the Age of Revolution. We don't want to do it before we leave that age because we want to use them for defenders. Alright, so we got a chaos event that we need to pay off. This would result in our education need going up by 2 times her population, and that does not have a time limit, so you'd need like a stupid amount of education. That's a terrible one. So glad we didn't have to take that penalty. So I guess going around this way is the best way to go, since we've seen we've had issues getting through here. In fact, we might not even be able to get through there. I'm just waiting for that unit to leave, but I don't think he's gonna. We'll give it a couple turns. Alright, so let's start moving over here and hope that no barbarians see us. It doesn't matter. It looks like it only took us 1 turn to get over here. Alright, excellent. I thought it would be about 2 turns. That ended up not being the case, though. Alright, so it seems that are they giving up on going after the city? They're at least not letting us bombard them. So let's go ahead and get, I suppose, both of these armies wiped out. So we'll attack here with this unit. I guess this is kind of a bigger battle. So you can see they do have a leader here. So they're getting that the 5 tactics. But we have the 7 tactics, so that's a 20% combat bonus for the difference of 2. And so it's good that we got leaders, because otherwise, if we didn't have a leader at all, they'd be getting a 50% combat bonus. So that'd be significant. Yeah, they didn't do much damage to us. And we forced several of their units to retreat, destroy the other ones. And then this army here is going to go attack this one. And so this is the even weaker leader. This is the leader 3 here, where you're only getting the tactics bonus of 4 compared to our tactics bonus of 9. So we are getting a 50% combat modifier, and so the battle will be even easier than the last one was. And we were able to kill all their units. This was a more powerful army overall. Just got more experience. I think that plays a role there. So we're trying to destroy this ship here. And then these guys go and do this attack. Kind of irritating because we won't do it in 1 turn. Oh, we did do it in 1 turn. I was going to say they're going to be so weak that that Egyptian unit can finish them off. Alright, so we're going to get either warfare experience or government experience. We don't really need government experience. We'll take the warfare. I know we're at war and getting experience from that conflict, but yeah, I think that'd be a little bit more useful. We're in a lot of government experience and don't really have a use for it at the moment. So just looking for barbarians, which looks like we did find a bunch of them over here. I think it makes the most sense to set up, if you're going to do a city, to set it up over here. You can also do the outpost just to get the resource here. What do we have? Let me just take a look. We got a settler. So yeah, you can either set up, you could set up here, because you're trying to get it to expand through all the islands. But if you set here though, eventually get over to this area. You can set up here as well, but it's going to take a lot longer for them to get over there. They do have more tiles here to make use of though, plus the fish. So I really feel like the best options, rather than here, would be either here or here. We do need to wait on those guys though. But yeah, that's where we'll set up that city, and then I never did find the unit that I was actually looking for. Because the other island chain here, where we might want to set up, I mean, maybe here on the hill? If you set up over here, it's going to take forever to get this. Let me just take a look at what we even have. I think we have both the settler and the pioneer. In this case, we do. So you can set like a pioneer to just hold the location for you. So perhaps getting you the tobacco. There's also the wheat over here. You could send the wheat over to the new city that you set up. But yeah, what I'm thinking is trying to get like all the islands in the chain in one city eventually. And so you want it like in the middle area. Could set it here, but it takes so long to get over to here. Again, same thing here. This is 4 tiles, but the chance of getting all the way over there is slim. You go here, right in the middle, and eventually the borders will expand over to both of them, and you can construct towns. So like you can construct a town right here, kind of push the borders across this area. Again, it's just there's not much areas to build on. I don't even know if it's worth it. It's probably not worth it. I'm just doing it just for fun, but it's far more valuable to just conquer other people's territory, honestly. All right, so we're gonna go over this way. See what's over here. I'm not seeing anywhere to set up this merchant right now, guys. These are all pretty small locations. And I believe she's gonna have to start moving south. There's nothing in this area now when it comes to Arcana. And yeah, these guys are just chilling out. And we'll go and get some of these units destroyed. There's a lot of them around here. And do we want to go onto that unit for me to forget that they're there? I think we should just go ahead and go after this location instead. And yeah, she's got a lot of stuff to gather up here. And this guy's just about done with his exploration. So probably move him towards attacking barbarians as well. And what we could do is have these two join up so they'll be a little bit more effective in their barbarian hunting. So Rome has finished up their construction of the public library. And so there's nothing really else that I want to get from, I don't think. Let me just take a look at this army that we have here. Could promote one of these guys to a leader. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Is there anything else we want to get for him to kind of fill him out, just to make him a little bit more powerful? Could do the knight. They have artillery already. They have 2 ranged units. So yeah, I could do the knight. Could also do the dragonfire grenadier. That'd be an option as well. Yeah, you know what? We're going to get that since the units that we're going to be fighting are going to be line units. So we're going to get that constructed. And then Ravenna has finished up their musketmen. So let's go ahead and we'll get them moved over here first. Take a look at what they currently have. We're going to promote one of these into a leader once we have the 84 warfare experience, which we currently don't have. And then we want to go and get them the dragonfire artillery. Constantinople, going to go ahead and rush out that alchemy school, so let's go ahead and do that. Get more knowledge and exploration XP. And we'll get the waterworks next, since they do have a need for sanitation now. And we can do a capital attack over here. Which unit is this? An explorer. So let's go ahead and weaken that guy. There's not much else he can do though, of course. He won't be able to loot us or whatever, so he's not really a threat. They do have a merchant over here that could be destroyed. Alright, I think that's everything. The Arcana is starting to stack up, so we'll have to see if there's any hops to invest that into something. I mean, all of our cities are slowly growing. You can see that whenever we move to these new areas, it has a little bit of trouble loading up now. That's going to be more and more of an issue as we uncover parts of the map. I don't know why those Chinese ships are just sitting there next to our outposts, getting attacked by barbarians. Alright, so these guys can't even get through here either. All these French troops, man. Just gonna have to chill out. Hope that they let us get past eventually. So can we win here? I can't even see. Yeah, this would be a 100% chance to win. Alright, excellent. Let's go ahead and do this attack then. Yeah, they don't have anything but the city militia. So this should go fairly smoothly. Alright, so that is more chaos though. We got the wealth, killed all that population, but we have another one of their cities taken. Excellent. You can see this is another location not well defended, so you could go over there and take that with one army. And so essentially this army will be fighting alone, going after the easy locations, while these two armies will be fighting together to go after the more well defended locations. So they do have an army over here. We're probably going to attempt to loot that if we don't stop them, so it might already be looted actually. Yeah, it is already looted. But let's just get them wiped out anyways. And then I guess we'll wait here until they come over here and help us out. And we'll go after this city next, just because it's the one that the Aztecs are more likely to attack. Just trying to stop them from any expansion. Alright, so these guys will wait until they're healed up. Oh yeah, just not able to get through here. I might just have to give up on it, guys. It's clearly we're not going to that location. So here's Beijing, population of 23. That would be a good place to send this merchant. Yeah, it's gonna take forever getting across that jungle. Good God, terrible direction to go. We should have went around the other way, but we didn't know it was over here. That's why it's helpful to have the explorer going first. It does feel like the Arcana is being produced a little bit slower. Not that that's really an issue for us. Are these guys healed up yet? Almost. Almost there. And we'll get the ship destroyed here as well. Looking at half health now. Might want to let that guy heal up a little bit, so you don't lose him. And then she will go down here. So lots of Arcana around Ravenna. Those will make our way over towards this one here. And we're trying to join up with these two. Alright, beautiful. So they'll be a little more effective in their attacks now, since there's two of them. I'm gonna go over and attack them, and they might need to heal up too. Yeah, so all of our ships are at the point that they're taking enough damage that we do need to let them heal a little bit. Alright, so we can go ahead and rush this out in Naples to get the luxury. Also get you more wealth though, but that's not why we're rushing out, because of course that would never be worth the investment. And yeah, we'll go for the library as well. Get that knowledge, but losing the exploration XP. But we're still doing pretty good on exploration XP. The next claimed territory is 223, but you can see how that's starting to get more and more expensive, and eventually it'll be so expensive that we can't afford to do it anymore. Alright, so I think that's it for this turn. I have to dip around and see if there's any free population for us to use our improvement points on, or our Arcana. You would think after a whole episode we might have gotten a couple population. You know what? We got that event where we got all that population as well. So I suppose we could dip around in all of our locations, maybe this turn here, and see if we can get anything. So now these guys are stuck. Damn it. We're going to have to go around them this way. Our merchants can't get anywhere, guys. Alright, so yeah, we'll attack Persepolis here. Let's just let them heal up if they need it before we move into their territory. And then these guys, I don't even think they need any healing. But yeah, we'll let them sit here one more turn before we go after that city. Just to make sure they're able to move all the way over there. And then they'll heal up. And they don't really need much healing, but if any at all. Damn. Now we're really stuck. I'd hate to have to settle here. You know what? There's nowhere to go. I don't know if they're trying to move through here and I'm just blocking them or what the deal is. I don't know what they're doing. Kind of confusing though. Shanghai is even bigger than Beijing. Okay, so lots of good locations in China for establishing merchants. I want to say that they had, as their default bonus, is it food? So they got like 1+ extra food in all their cities. I mean, this doesn't make a huge impact, but that might explain why they do have such high populations there. Of course, it's not high compared to the majority of our cities, but... Alright, so these guys are fully healed. So I guess we'll need to move over here and attack. But yeah, I really feel like this might be the best location for establishing the city. And then maybe set up an outpost over here. Could do that now, since we've already cleared this area. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and send the Pioneer up here. And set that up. You could also set up here, I suppose. Yeah, I guess it makes sense to set it up right here. And then get the rice there. Gives you the 2 food and eventually, you know, it'll give you the wealth when you set the plantation up there. Because we don't really need food in most of our locations. And you know what? Since we'll have an outpost here, it makes sense to move them over there so they can heal up significantly quicker in our own territory. And that's one of the nice things about having outposts or just the vassal cities everywhere. It gives you somewhere to heal up. Which makes a lot of sense and feels kind of realistic. Alright, so still just waiting on those guys now. I suppose they can go into the sea. There's no reason not to do that. Alright, so these guys are barbarian hunters. So they will be able to destroy these much more effectively without taking as much damage. And then we're setting up the outpost over here. So you know what, it makes sense since these guys are right next to each other to go ahead and combine them. Because yeah, they both need to heal. I didn't realize they were both so close to each other. So now we'll be moving around with fleets of 2 ships. Alright, so these guys are still healing up, so we'll just wait. And these guys are, I was going to say moving through the jungle, but they're getting blocked by mountains currently. Alright, so Rome has finished up the construction of the Grenadier unit, and so that will fill them up. So they're a full-size army here. And now there's nothing else for them to really build. We could get more units, but I think we're going to focus on knowledge. So that'll produce some knowledge, get us to the Age of Revolution a little bit quicker maybe. And then Ravenna has finished up their Dragonfire artillery, so let's go ahead and get them moving into this army. And they still do need more units to get them all the way up. We could go ahead and also level this guy up to a leader, promote him. Okay, so that's what we currently have. So let's go ahead and get... Did we get the Dragonfire Grenadier here? I don't think so. Yeah, so we're going to get that. Yeah, and some people are questionable about the usefulness of those because their overall stats are so low. But I don't know, I just feel like that 3 times attack, again, it's limited because you only use it against line units, so it's useless against a mobile unit, you know, or like tanks when they come along, or against any type of range unit. But yeah, any line unit, you're going to do fantastically well. Kyoto, let's go ahead and rush out that warehouse. Go ahead and get the production. And then I think we said we're going to do the alchemy school next. So we'll get that in 5 turns. So the production in Kyoto is not as bad as it once was. It's at 85. It's a little bit more respectable now that we've got Ravenna sending them some goodies. Alright, so we can't go ahead and rush out this culture. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll want to get another town. Constantinople's 3rd town is going to be over here somewhere. Up along the coast is what I'm thinking. So not quite able to build that out. Gauls would be over here. Could do that, but they don't really need to at the moment. Have other things I want to get there. So I think continuing to build towns for our other locations would be wise. Now, we are talking about getting this location and fully integrating them. That'd be 190 reduction once we're able to, which of course you gotta get the integration all the way up. So you'd need to like invest the diplomacy points in that. It's not as high a population as something over here. And this is a somewhat respectable area. Still got locations to expand as well. They built their cities so close together, they don't have much room to expand. Like this one here's got like no room to expand. They do have north though, and they already have 2 towns settled as well. This one and this one. Yeah, you could build another one up here. I don't know if you'd want to build it that close. There are also outposts all throughout here that if you went to war with the Aztecs that you could destroy. And then Sardis would be able to get those 2 locations. Yeah, it might actually be better to integrate this one. I'm a little hesitant to integrate anything just yet though, because I want to see, because remember we can only get 2 more regions integrated. I want to see if we go to the Age of Utopia or not. Because I'd want, if we do, Age of Utopia is the one that has the underwater cities. And I'd like to integrate one of those. At least one. And so in order to do that, we'd have to have some open region slots, which again, you can only get 8. So let's wait to integrate anything for now. We need to focus on town construction. So Yokohama, the only place to really get a town for them would be like down here. And it's not really going to expand it much. You could put one here so you get the 3. Yeah, that's probably for the best. So you get the 3 production bonuses from the mines there for them. It's really nothing else, guys. It's just jungles. You could build a farming town, I suppose. Because they have all this like here. But yeah, I think we might get rid of this here. So let's go ahead and do that. So Yokohama. And this also constructs a road here between them and Carthage, which I've been wanting to get. So adding all these towns really helps us with the roads. And so now we need to invest in Osaka. So expand on their town here. And turn this into a mining town. I'll get them more production as well. And yeah, just ensure that they're still able to gain population. Alright, excellent. So is there anything else we need to do this turn? We're just going to let that stack up and get the organization next. Can't do anything with that exploration XP just yet. Diplomacy XP, I suppose you get another merchant. I just wish we had a better place for putting our merchants. This is kind of a terrible location. There's really no easy way to get over here. Eventually we'll have those outposts and stuff set up in the sea and then we can escort them. Maybe we should just wait. Set up the merchants. Because you can also spawn them here, but thus far I've not found any locations worth going to. Could send your explorers over there, but yeah, you're just kind of running blind. So you know what, guys? I think we're just going to wait. Yeah, let's just hold on to all of our XP. We stopped staring at the clouds. Was the best place for me to stop the camera before we move to the next turn. Alright, so you see our vassals setting up all their improvements here, getting us more goodies. Not sure where we'll set up a town for them. Yeah, China has some very good locations to set up merchants. Oh, the Chinese fleet actually moved for once. And with that, we have moved, which I didn't even know it was going to be this turn. We moved into the Age of Revolution. So I guess the additional innovation. And we see the effects of this age. The revolutionaries will appear to free your regions and form new nations. Generate power to prevent brownouts and blackouts from modern buildings and improvements. So we do need to manage another need, the power need. But this one's different since your population doesn't have a need for power. Instead, it's just buildings and improvements that will need power. And we can also get our first Air Force as well. So you can see all that unlocked here. If unrest grows too rapidly within your regions, revolutionaries will rise. This is incredibly misleading. In fact, when you look at... Oh, damn, France canceled their open borders with us. Well, that's a shame, because we got troops there. Anyways, when we look at the age here, you'll see for the stats that it implies that the actual rebellions is tied to unrest. Work to suppress unrest in your regions to avoid revolutions in your regions. Revolutionaries spawn and attack regions with high unrest. But this is not true. The revolutions happen regardless of what the unrest is. But yeah, it says it all throughout here. Too much unrest in a region will cause its population to turn into rebels. But yeah, they rebel no matter what. No matter what your unrest is. So it's very misleading. And I asked the developers about it, but they never responded. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to work or it's a bug. But yeah, everybody else is saying that it's happening for them as well. So it's certainly not an isolated thing. And I've seen it every time I've gone to the Age of Revolution. Yeah, we also have this power need to manage, and then secularism. So it prevents the founding of a new religion. So if you don't have a religion at this point, you can't found one. And converting populations in regions with little faith. So we'll see that all of our populations will become secular. And that becomes a problem if you're focused on religion. Just as you go further in the game, religion becomes less important, which is why I do question if it's worth investing in. So these are the other things that we're going to get immediately as soon as we enter the age. So we can now see the petroleum. You can use that to produce power. Rare earth metals. That's used for a few improvements that produce like computers and stuff. We got the new unit, the mounted rifle. Our building here, essential power. And so this is basically the base building for producing power, so that every region can get a little bit of power. Because the ability to produce power here in the early game is really dependent on having oil or coal. So the improvements here are the mansion. So we just talked about the fact that that would unlock soon. So we built the villa, and so we can turn that into a mansion now and get a lot more housing. Also gets us more luxury. And then the oil well. So if you don't have oil or coal, then getting energy can be a real problem here in the early game until the green types of energy unlock. So this is nice to have because it produces just a little bit of power. I think there might be one more building that produces, just a little bit of default power for you. It's not enough to do everything you want to do. And so again, having that oil and coal is pretty important. We can also get 2 social fabrics, organization and the tolerance. It's getting us more wealth and faster expansion. Or cheaper expansion, however you want to look at that. Ravenna has finished up their construction of that Dragonfire Grenadier. So let's go and put them into this army. Again, we're going to need these armies soon because we can expect these revolutions to fire. Unless they fixed it since the last time I did the Age of Revolution. Probably not though. Here's that power grid. So this is going to get us only 6 power. So let's go and get that. We can see that Ravenna has access to 2 rare earth metals, or will soon. This one hasn't been added into Ravenna just yet, but eventually will be. There's also this coal over here. Okay, so yeah, they got some unique resources. Let's kind of dip around and see if we can find any other ones. Here's 2 that Gaul might be able to get access to. So you'd really want to start purchasing tiles for Gaul. Make sure they get access to that. Could also build a town here, which would get a mining town. I mean, that would actually be a pretty solid location rather than going over here with the town. Maybe we will do that next time we get a culture. Because yeah, you got the hills here, 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 and here. That's really not bad for a mining town. You generally don't see mining towns that have 4 bonuses. Usually it's only 3. Technically you can get 5, but yeah, you don't see that often. So yeah, I think a mining town would be really useful here because we really want to make sure we get those rare earth metals in one of our main cities because it doesn't benefit us at all if Ado gets it. So yeah, I think we might do that with the next culture point. So we now know what we want to do for the next culture point. I'm going to put a town right there. Gaul has finished the construction of the warehouse. Could do the power grid, but as of right now, we don't even need power. And there's all this other stuff that we could be getting here. So like another foreign import slot would be helpful. Yeah, I guess we'll get that. Yeah, we don't have any improvements yet except for the mansion. And so we're going to take advantage of that. They do need a little bit of housing here. And you can see that this has unrest suppression, unlike the other building, which, you know, causes unrest, the poorhouse. And so yeah, it is certainly beneficial to make sure you get some mansions. And they look nice too. Let's put that in place. And I don't know if we have any other locations where we have mansions. Or have villas, I should say. I think we've only had the other 2 houses. Nope, not seeing any. So we won't need to use our improvement points for that. Could go ahead and rush out the waterworks. I suppose we'll go ahead and do the library as well. Try and get ourselves some more knowledge. And you know what? They need to get the power grid here. So work on that. Because we'll be unlocking stuff here in this age that will require power. So we could go back and get these. I think we'll wait. Let's work on some of these sects, which really aren't going to take long because our knowledge is so good. We can also see the next ages. So the Age of Generals is a victory age. There's 3 victory ages. I think we might have already seen the Age of Conquest. So that was one that also required the higher power score, which we currently have. So we could go to the Age of Generals and try and win the game a bit early. Yeah, there was the Age of Generals, the Age of Conquest, and then there's the Age of Harmony, which is a early religious victory. Now there are other victory ages, but those are all in Age 10, where pretty much all of them except for one are victory age, and that one is a crisis age. So they do have a crisis for Age 10. Yeah, outside of Age 10, there's only the 3 victory ages, and this is one of them. So we could do that. Then there's the Age of Dystopia. There's the Age of Utopia. And then these are tied to chaos and innovation events. So if you get 3 innovation events in this age, then the Age of Utopia unlocks. Again, that one's focused on those underwater cities. And then the Age of Dystopia is if you get 3 chaos events. And remember, if you get the crisis event, if it is unlocked, then you are locked into getting it. And we are producing lots of chaos and attacking cities right now. So it might be worth using a cultural power to do the propaganda, to reduce the chaos. Because yeah, that's kind of a problem. We might get locked into doing the Age of Dystopia, guys. Which I have not done this particular crisis age, so I'm not entirely sure what happens there. But then this is the historical age, the Age of Rocketry. Yeah, I could really see us getting locked into this because of the war that's ongoing at the moment. So we might want to use some of our culture powers to reduce the chaos. That might not even be enough. Maybe we're just going to go to the Age of Dystopia. We've not been through any crisis ages yet in this campaign, so that could be interesting. So as far as which technology we're going to go for, just going to show you what is available here. A lot of these will require power, and so you really need to get your power production taken care of before you get some of these, because there's no point on getting buildings and improvements that require power if you're just not producing enough of it to take advantage of it. This one's helpful, the Research Institute, because not only is it giving you the knowledge, but also gives you the specialists, and you get government experience as well. The rails, this will just give you straight innovation, and the container yards, urbanization. So sewers is nice for that extra sanitation, and that's of course just a building as well. And then this increases the max town level, so you can get your towns up to level 4. These are the planes. Applied science, this is probably what we'll go for because it gets us the power station, so we can turn the coal into energy. And then this is where the central power is unlocked. I think this screen was wrong here. I was wondering when I saw that, it didn't make any sense. It says central power here unlocks, but as we've seen, that's not the one that unlocked. It was the power grid. That's the one that you start with, and it produces a lot less power. The central power you get through the applied science. Also gives you the laboratory and the milling factory. So yeah, this is a solid one simply because it lets you get the power that we need. Industry, so factories. And then there's and that's also the cigar factory, so you can finally make use of that tobacco, turn it into cigars. Steel, that's how you get the rare earth mine improvement. And you can also get steel now with the steel furnace. And then you got the battleship and the early tank. And then the militarization, this will get us 2 units, the early machine gun and the field howitzer. So we can upgrade our units, and we might want to do that since we're in the Age of Revolution. I think we're going to get this one first and then applied science so we can start working on power. Well, let's do this one since those rebellions are going to be firing up. And so having better units would be helpful. It gives us a use for a warfare experience, and also we're at war at the moment, so being able to improve our units would be worth it. So we're going to get that since we are in the middle of a conflict. So we're still letting these guys heal up. Could have went over here and healed, but they're almost done. And yeah, these merchants are just completely locked in. You can't even go anywhere despite the fact that we don't even have access to their territory right now. So I think you're just kind of stuck, which sucks. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Alright, so do we want to go ahead and destroy this army before we go? Probably should. Let's get rid of them. So wipe those 2 units out. And then I believe we're ready to go ahead and attack. We'll do the attack with the weaker unit first, I suppose. Could have done it the other way around. Let them get the most experience. Now somebody asked why we're able to destroy the walls so quickly. Remember, these are very outdated at this point, so they're just not as good when you're attacking them, particularly when you're attacking them with like dragonfire artillery. But yeah, this will not be enough. We can probably get the walls wiped out. Kind of weaken some of the units here. But yeah, we're unable to get the job done. And we almost lost our tank as well. They seem to be, we kind of established already, but they do seem to be targeted in those battles first, which I think is interesting. Yeah, they seem to always attack the tank first. Anyways, we did not win because of the tower. Is that really why we didn't win? Wow, so they'll be able to bombard us now. Probably wipe out that tank. All right, that's unfortunate. All because of a tower. So these guys are also stuck. Let's go. I don't know, I guess we'll go through here. Start focusing on China for our merchants. And you know what? Let's go and explore over down here in the south. There's another large city for trading. And then we can see that we do have oil. Unfortunately, oil is right here. We'd have to give up our 2 diplomacy experience to get access to that. So we probably will end up doing that. But then, yeah, you want to establish another outpost here to get access to these 2. And then I guess Byzantium can have that one. Okay, so yeah, we'll want to spawn up Pioneer. Bring the Pioneer over there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, we do see oil all across the desert here. Looking for other rare new resources here. So we do have 1 rare earth metal there. Got another one over here. So lots of rare earth metals. Sometimes you don't have access to those, and then you just can't build computers. It's like a huge limitation. Kyoto doesn't have anything unique. It makes sense to probably get rid of this and let Kyoto get access to those 2 oil. Yeah. They're going to need it. They don't have any other source of power here. And we see most of our other locations do have something at least. Ravenna could hopefully get this coal, but that might be Rome's. Rome has these 2 coal. I guess Naples doesn't have anything either. Yeah, no power sources here. Wait a minute, let me take that back. There's coal right here. But Constantinople could get that. We'll have to see. Probably going to be Naples, yeah. They're already building influence there. And neither one of these 2 have extra power sources either. Okay, so a lot of our cities are going to be kind of limited due to the lack of power options until we get a little bit later in the game when we'll have the green power options. Well, good to know, I suppose. So I believe she was moving south here. to get us some more resources. More Arcana. We are no longer producing Arcana, but that might just because the improvement or building or whatever, I guess it would be improvement, isn't being worked at the moment. There might not be any more Arcana on the map. I'm not seeing any, guys. So that answers the question of what happens when you get to the next age. I was thinking, well, let's go somewhere where we knew there was Arcana. Yeah, there's Arcana over here, and it was removed. So yeah, I was thinking that either whatever was still on the map you'd still have access to, but no new sources would spawn, or it would just completely remove it from the map, which is what happened. And so in that case, there's no reason to keep these here outside of unrest suppression. You don't pay for them. Yeah, there's no cost. I'll probably just get rid of them now, guys. It's 4 unrest suppression. It's not that much. And frankly, I don't think any of our places will have that issue anymore. So I think we're just going to get rid of all of them. Alright, so here we're establishing the outpost. And then we'll go ahead and get this trade post constructed as well. And where do we want to send the rice? I guess we'll send it back to... Who all has the wine production? I know Rome does. Does anywhere else produce wine? Constantinople will eventually be able to. Yeah, because we have the rice here and they also have the grapes over there. Could send it to Rome. Could send it to Gaul, because they only have the one location. Yeah, I think we'll send it to Gaul. Okay, so yeah, we'll send that over to Gaul. So eventually, if they ever get any free space, again, we'll have to clear out these forests here. Then we'll be able to make use of that. So let's go ahead and change the region to Gaul. And then these guys can go ahead and go back out to sea. And then they're coming into this location to heal up. And then we can get rid of all these so we don't have to manage them anymore. This will speed up the turns overall because, you know, it took a lot of time to move all of these. I think there's one more somewhere. We had 4 of them. Alright, these guys just looking for more barbarians to destroy. There's one unit over there. I guess we can make our way over there. And it looks like this unit is fully healed. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we're going over to this location with the settler. Again, could do this one as well. This is a pretty solid location because not only do you get access to the olives. I mean, it's not solid. None of the islands are solid, but you know what I mean. You get access to the olives here and the fish. And it'll eventually connect to your borders over there. Yeah, I think we'll do it here. Try and get them to expand to all the islands. So let's go ahead and put them out to sea. And then we'll move them over there in the next turn. Ah, yes, this merchant. Slow going through the jungle, guys. Alright, so we do have the engineering XP to expand a town if we wanted to. I think all the ones that need to be expanded when it comes to our vassals don't have any towns. So those aren't options yet. Yeah, I think we might just end up waiting. We'll just hold on to the engineering XP for now because we want to get a pioneer over here and this location. Do they have any oil? They do. So this seems like a prime candidate for integration, guys. I really think it is our best option. Like anything, it's better than anything we could get down here. Yeah, I think we probably will integrate them. We also have a merchant increase in prosperity here. Okay, so if we can actually eject that merchant, they could instead go into one of their territories. I'm hesitant to do that. Yeah, I'm hesitant to do that because of the fact that we might end up going to war with them. I assume they're going to be quite upset with us conquering all of Persia. So yeah, I don't think we need to send any additional merchants over there. But yeah, this is clearly a good location with the oil and just all the other resources they have. There's high population. They've already constructed a lot of stuff as well. I know we lose out on some of the bonuses that they're granting us as a vassal. It's certainly going to hit us, but overall what you're getting from it's probably going to be worth it, I think. So yeah, I believe we will integrate them. Especially once you're no longer a feudal monarchy, then you're not getting as many bonuses there as well. So yeah, we'll probably integrate them, because I don't think we're going to the Age of Utopia, guys. I mean, maybe. But really, if I don't get stuck going at the Age of Dystopia, I kind of feel like going with the Age of Generals and see if we can't get like an early win here. I would prefer to not go with the Historical Age, though. So yeah, we'll see what happens when it comes to going through the ages. Obviously, we got to get a lot of technologies. We got to get 4 of these before we can even go to the next age. And again, we might be limited if that chaos becomes a problem. But I don't think we're going to want to go back and get these if we have the choice. I think we just want to race through these so we can hurry up and get, get an option here before the chaos gets out of control. And so that's what we'll do. We'll just get the 4 techs and then try and go to one of the other ages. We'll see how it goes. Maybe making peace would be wise. Obviously, we want to take this city over here. I kind of want this one too, though, and this one. But maybe leaving them with 2 simply so that we don't take the chaos and then attacking them later might be wise. Just taking over 3 more cities, because even that would be a lot of chaos. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments below. So I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you in the next one. And thanks for watching.